bucatini all'amatriciana is one of those classic Italian dishes that I never get tired of. It's a simple combination of tender bucatini noodles, spicy tomato sauce, pancetta, and cheese, and you can make it in about 30 minutes. First, we'll cut the onion into thin slivers, following the natural contour of the onion, then the garlic cloves, just thinly sliced, and then we'll finally dice pancetta. And I'm using my own homemade pancetta, and it's made just with pork belly and the traditional aromatics of pancetta, but instead of the 2-week curing process that is traditionally done, it's ready in just a couple of days. I've got the pasta water on to boil. So to make the sauce, we'll start by browning the pancetta. Once the pancetta is nicely browned, we'll lift it out with a spatula and pour off most of the grease, just leave a little bit. Then we'll add some olive oil. And the onion and garlic. And we'll cook and stir until the onion is translucent. And I like to add a little pinch of kosher salt just to help the onions sweat faster. Once the onions are translucent, we'll add tomatoes, and I like to use whole tomatoes because I find that they're more consistent than when you buy crushed or diced. But I also don't like to make a mess when I'm crushing them in the sauce, so I like to cut them up right in the can with kitchen shears before I add them to the sauce. Or sometimes I transfer it to a bowl and do the same thing to make it easier. We'll also return the pancetta to the sauce and add some crushed red pepper. And then we'll bring this to a boil and then reduce the heat and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. And in the meantime, we'll cook our pasta. And I'm using bucatini, which is the standard pasta that you see with this dish. But fun fact, it actually started in Amatrice with spaghetti, but the Romans made it with bucatini, which is that fun kind of thick pasta that's like a straw with the hollow center. And now most people, including me, make it with bucatini. I've dipped out a little bit of the pasta water so that I can loosen the sauce and help it adhere to the noodles. And it's also great if you're lucky enough to have some leftovers. I like to put just a little bit of it in the bottom of whatever container you're going to store it in, and it makes it great for heating it up the next day. So our sauce and our pasta are ready, and I'm going to transfer the pasta just directly into the sauce so it gets all of that great liquid that's already sticking to it. Then gently stir the sauce into the bucatini so that every strand is coated. And it's kind of fun to get a little twirl in the pasta for plating. And if you use a carving fork, you can twist it in the pasta until you have a good twirl that you think is about a serving size. And use a big spoon to help you transfer it to the plate. And then top with a generous amount of shredded Pecorino cheese and some fresh parsley. It's ready to serve.